All right, so I got this question number 14. The graph below models the value of a piece of construction equipment as it depreciates over 10 years. All right, the value of a piece of construction equipment, and we have the graph here. Well, the question is, what was the original value of the piece of construction equipment, right? So we have the y-axis, we have x-axis, and we can see that the value in thousands of dollars here, let's start at 200, right? Start at 200, right? So that's 200,000. So the original value of the piece of construction equipment will be the y-intercept, which is right here. It started at $200,000, and the answer will be obviously would be B, because that's the starting point. That's exactly the y-intercept, and it's represented by thousands of dollars, right? So it's going to be like $200,000. So the answer will be D. That was easy, and all right. So I got this question here. If R equals 2 plus the square root of T over G, then what is then T equals? So what's the value of T here? So we need to solve for T, right? So let's start with this. Let's start with the equation first. What do we have? So we have R. So we have R equals 2 plus square root of T over G, right? Well, I need to solve for T. I need to get rid of 2 first, right? So we're gonna subtract 2 on both sides, and that will be R minus 2 equals square root of T over G. Now, I need to get rid of the square root, so I'm going to square both of them, right? I'm going to square both of them here, right? And that will be R minus 2 squared equals T over G, right? And the next step, since I want to solve for T, I'm going to get rid of G, so we'll multiply by G, right? We'll multiply by G, and I'm going to multiply by G here, right? So this is gone, and I will have G times R minus 2 squared, right, equals T, or T equals G times R minus 2 squared. And this is going to be the answer. So the answer will be B. The answer will be B. So I got this question number 16. Right? All right. So we got this. This table for IC ingredients, and the question is, which equation shows the relationship between the number of cups of water X and the number of tea bags needed Y. So we have a couple of equations, and we want to make sure which equation fit the table here, right? Well, we have X. This is X. This represents X, right? This is the values of X, and this is the values of Y, right? This is the values of Y. So there's one way to do it. Instead to find the slope and the y-intercept, we can just like choose like any 2 points here, right? So let me choose this point here. I got 2 and 5, and I get like 3 and 7. And you know what? Let me use this point here. I can plug them here in those equations and see if it's gonna fit or not, right? So let's start with A here. So let's suppose A. So A, we got Y equals 2x plus 1. So if Y is 5, right? So X supposed to be 2. And let's see if this is correct. So we get like 4 plus 1 equals 5, which is correct. So far, this point is correct, right? And let's try 3 and 7. Let's try 3 and 7. So if Y is 7, right, we get X will be 3 plus 1, and we get 7 equals 6 plus 1, which is 7. So definitely A will be the correct answer, right? Now, if you choose, for example, B, it will be wrong. Why? Because if you choose like this point, like, for example, let's suppose I choose like this one here, right? Y equals 2x plus 5. So Y equals 2x plus 5. Let's assume B is correct. Let me choose like the 2 and 5 here. So if Y is 5, right? And x is 2. I will get 2 times 5 is 4, 4 plus 5 is 9. Well, 5 is different than 9. Definitely B is wrong. And the same thing will be with C and D. If you plug them here, it's not going to make this equation correct. And that's why the correct equation will be A. All right, so I got this question here, number 17, for geometry. In the diagram below, right circular cone has a diameter of 8 inches and height of 12 inches. What is the volume of a cone to the nearest cubic inch? Well, we have a cone. First of all, we should know the formula of a cone, which is going to be V, like the volume, right? So V equals 1/3 pi times radius square times height, right? That's a volume of a cone, right? Well, I don't have R, but I have the diameter, which is 8 inches, right? So first of all, let's find the diameter first. So it's gonna be R. So the radius equals the diameter over 2, which is 8 over 2, which is gonna be like it's gonna be like 4 inches, right? It's gonna be like 4 inches, and now we're just gonna plug them here. I'm gonna use the formula. So I got V equals 1/3 times, well, pi is approximately 3.14 times 4 squared times height, which is going to be the 12 inches, right? 12 inches, right? So the using calculator is going to be around 200.96, and if you're gonna round it to the nearest cubic inches, it's gonna be like it's gonna be 2.1, right? Cubic inches. So the answer will be A.